Today we're hitting the surf and we're going to be throwing a jerkbait to steal the doormat right off of Mother Nature's front porch. The conditions are going to be very rough, but the fish don't care and neither do I. My name's Nick and we're going fishing. Let's go. Alright, it is early. It's 5:25, a minute later than last time. I have a feeling we're going to catch some even bigger fluke today, because I have a special bait called the jerkbait. The jerkbait's been catching a bunch of big fluke recently, so I'm gonna use that today, as well as some gulp, and we're gonna try and pull in something above 21 inches today. I have a good feeling about it. We do have a lot of wind, but it's coming out of the west, so that's never a bad thing. But yeah, we got an hour's drive, so we gotta get down there. I'll see you at the beach. Alright, so this is the jerkbait I'm going to be throwing today. It's a 3/8 ounce Lucky Craft 78 DD. The DD stands for deep diver. It dives to about 7 feet. At least that's what it's marketed to do. And these jerkbaits are super nice. They're made in Japan and they're a bit pricey, but you can find them on eBay and Amazon. And I will say the ones from eBay have a lot better patterns. They've got this really cool like chrome and iridescent scale pattern, which is just awesome. But anyways, I went down to the water's edge and I put my feet in there and oh my gosh, it was freezing. I was literally in pain after standing in the water for like a minute. That's how bad it was. My confidence immediately dropped at this spot. Usually when it's cold like this, you don't do well in the surf, and I think this guy knew too. You catch anything? Nothing? It's cold, isn't it?
Oh, it's cold.
So I picked everything up and I moved to a different spot. And when I put my feet in the water there, it was easily 10 degrees warmer, maybe even 15. You could definitely swim in this, and that's a really good sign for fluke fishing. But I will say this spot was a lot rougher and windier than the other spot. But Mother Nature's doormat was not about to steal itself, so I just started casting. And all I'm doing here is just twitching the jerkbait a few times and letting it pause really quick. And it's important to mess around with this because you don't really know what the fish want all the time, so maybe give it 3 jerks and a pause, or maybe give it a bunch of jerks and then give it a long pause to let the fish eat. You always just gotta mess around with it.
Actually, yeah, it's a fluke. Not a bad one too. I don't think that's a keeper, but we'll check. Nah, it's so close. That's too close for comfort. Throw him back.
So I actually could have kept this guy, but he was barely 18 inches, and where I live, the fluke have to be 18 inches to keep. So I just let him go. I didn't want him to shrink on the ice. I don't know if that's even possible, but you never know what the heck's gonna happen. But right here is where I would definitely get my money's worth on the jerkbait.
Oh, there's a fish. This might be a better one. This feels good. This could be a bluefish. I don't know. No, it's a fluke. It's a big one. It has to be a big one. There's no chance it's not a big one. That run was crazy. Come on, come on. Yeah, I think it's a big one. Don't come off. Don't come off. Come on. Yeah, that's a big one. That's a huge one, dude. Oh my god. No shot, dude. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Dude, let's go. On the jerkbait. Oh my gosh, dude. $21. I'll take that every day of the week. 21 on the jerkbait.
Guys, I know this fish might not seem big to some of you because A lot of you catch some absolute doormats, 23, 24 inches. That's insane. But to me, this is really big. It ties my personal best from shore or any fluke in general. And the jerkbait is supposed to be the big fish lure. It's really lived up to all the hype. I've seen a lot of guys actually catching a big fluke on these the entire season. And I did keep this fish. If I'm gonna keep, I only keep one fish. It's just my thing. I don't need all this fish. I don't like freezing it. I'm always out there so I can always catch more. And if you catch big fluke like this from shore often, I think you're gonna like what I'm about to tell you here. So after seeing all these big fluke being caught, I'm actually gonna host a tournament this July. It's gonna be done through my online fishing club. If you don't know what that is, I basically had it for I think like 2 months now. I've already ran a tournament. It's about to end right here. It's gone very well. I basically have multiple categories so you have a better chance of winning. And if you win a category, you actually get a prize. So what I'm doing for this tournament right here is giving gift cards out for whoever wins the category. The coolest thing about this is that location doesn't matter at all. So you can literally be anywhere and you can compete in the tournament. It's only $9 a month and you can cancel it whenever you want. I just thought it would be really cool because I saw all these dudes catching these huge fluke, and tournaments only happen so often. So this one will run throughout the entire month. So you have the best chance at catching an absolute doormat. Now what you're about to see here is just devastating. It was a punch in the gut to me. We were given the first fish by Mother Nature, but she wasn't about to give us the second fish.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That feels big too. No shot. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Dude, this is... Oh no! We lost him. Oh no, that was a big fish, man. Oh.
It definitely hurts, but I've lost so many big fish here since I started this YouTube channel. I'm kind of used to it. All you could do is learn from it. I think I actually could have held my rod more parallel to the shore, and that would have allowed the rod to do more of the work, absorbing all those head thrashes that the fluke do. But sometimes when you're using a jerkbait, fish just miss the hooks, so do what you can and whatever's in your control. But sometimes stuff happens. But now I'll just have a story to tell of it. Now let's go to the exact opposite end of the spectrum.
Oh, there's a fish. I felt that bite this time. What is that? Oh my gosh. Dude, look at that. Hold on, we got him. That's measure worthy because I've never seen a fluke that tiny caught on a lure. Look at that. Are you kidding? 9 1/4. New personal low. 9 1/4. There we go. Like, just look at the size comparison. Crazy. Hopefully he grows up into a big one. See ya, buddy.
So after that little guy, I walked down the beach a ton, and I didn't get a single bite. The day was super strange. It seemed like all the conditions were against us. We had heavy winds, rough surf, cold water, weeds. It was just a nightmare. I was still able to find one tiny group of fish, and that's something I'm kind of starting to notice as I go fluking more often. Recently, the fish have been super patchy, so you'll cover a long stretch with nothing, and then you'll hit a little tiny stretch, and you'll just catch a ton of fish. It doesn't make any sense to me. It could have to do something with like the structure of the beach. I really don't know. This is why covering water is just so important when you fluke. I kind of hope this changes as the season goes on because it just can be very boring. I'd rather catch like, you know, some fish here, some fish there, instead of going hours without a bite and then catching like 5 fish in one spot. Hopefully it changes. And I also met Bob on the beach today. Bob is a fan of the channel, and this literally made my day more than the fluke. Just knowing that something I made on the internet has reached someone that is actually alive, like a real person, and seeing them in person was just crazy. Bob, I know you're watching this on your TV, but comment below if you actually caught anything that day. I'm interested to see if anyone else was able to pull in anything in those horrible conditions. So I walked about a total of 5 miles today. I was there for just about 7 hours, and that's sometimes how it is, guys. If anyone ever says it's easy, they must be God or something. I don't know. It's definitely some of the harder fishing I do, especially when you're going for keepers off the shore. It's not easy. You really have to be dialed, and a lot of days for me it's a grind. I know guys on social media make it seem easier than it is, but they're only posting the catches just for your entertainment, so they might be out there for for 12 hours and only post 1% of the content they got. Again, if you want to join the tournament for July, it'll be down below in the description. And that's really all I got for you today. The jerkbait hype is real, and I will definitely be out there the entire summer fishing it. Now go catch some dang fish. See ya.